And I will use even the silence of the guilty to orchestrate your rising. Child, they thought they could control your story by controlling the narrative. But they forgot who wrote your name in the book of life. It wasn't them. It was me. They cannot cancel what they didn't create. I formed you in the quiet. I anointed you in the unseen. I gave you favor before anyone ever knew your name. And just because they tried to ruin your image doesn't mean they can touch your identity. You are mine. They said things like, "How did she get that job? Why is he always so calm? Why do good things happen to them?" But what they don't understand is that your peace was bought through battles. Your favor was born in fire. Your smile was carved from sorrow. They talk because they don't know what you've been through. They talk because they don't want to accept that I have chosen you. I saw when they tried to turn others against you with half-truths and twisted stories. I saw when they included your name in conversations laced with sarcasm and doubt. But I also saw you. I saw you choosing to stay quiet when you could have fought back. I saw you praying instead of plotting. I saw your tears fall on your pillow while you whispered, "God, defend me." And I did. I am. Now watch. Watch how I bring to light what was hidden. Watch how I restore what they tried to steal with words. Watch how the very people who conspired to bring you down will be the ones who have to testify that it was my hand that lifted you. This is not just a season of restoration. It is a season of divine reversal. Everything meant for harm is being flipped for your elevation. What they spoke against you is being rewritten as prophecy. What they meant as curses are becoming confirmations of your calling. Yes, you were the topic all night. But now you will be the testimony. I am rewriting the narrative. Where they said you were weak, I will show your strength. Where they painted you as broken, I will display your wholeness. Where they mocked your faith, I will magnify your miracles. Child, the tables are turning. And this time, the feast will be in your honor. You are not crazy. You were not imagining it. You felt it because it was real. The cold glances. The strange distance. The sudden change in how they treated you. It was all tied to that one night when your name came up and they chose the path of lies over love. But even then, I was there. I held your spirit when it started to break. I whispered peace into your soul when the rejection burned. I strengthened you in the dark, so you could shine in the light. Now hear me, the tears you've cried have watered your destiny. The prayers you whispered are echoing in the courts of heaven. And I have already dispatched Archangel Michael to war on your behalf. The battle is not yours, it's mine. And I do not lose. I will vindicate you. I will surprise you. I will make them wonder how you rose when they thought they buried you. Because what they forgot is this: I always resurrect what I've anointed. You cannot bury my promise. You cannot silence my word. You cannot cancel what I have ordained. Even now, one of them is restless. They can't sleep. Every time they close their eyes, your face appears. It's conviction. It's me. I am touching their conscience. I am stirring their spirit. And soon, they will come forward. Not for your approval, but because they cannot run from truth any longer. They will confess. They will clear the air. And when they do, don't gloat. Don't say, I told you so. Just smile and say, God was always with me. Because I was. I am. I always will be. Child, there are blessings with your name on them that were being delayed because of the spiritual warfare attached to your name. But now, because that woman wept, and because your heart stayed pure, the delay is broken. The release has been commanded. You are about to walk into rooms that were once closed to you. You are about to receive calls that shift your entire life. You are about to encounter favor so overwhelming that you'll have to sit down and say, God, is this really happening? Yes, it is. Because I saw the night they talked about you. And I made a decision in heaven: enough is enough. It's time to bless the one they tried to break. It's time to raise the one they tried to ruin. It's time to honor the one they tried to humiliate. You are not forgotten. You are not alone. You are not defeated. You are not who they said you are. You are who I say you are, beloved, blessed, chosen, victorious. There will be a day soon when the very people who mocked you will say, I always knew there was something different about them. Let them talk. But this time, let them talk about your glow. Let them talk about your success. Let them talk about your peace. Let them talk about the fact that no matter what was said, no matter how many tried to stop you, you kept rising. Because I was lifting you. Let your life speak louder than their lies. Let your blessings drown out their bitterness. Let your joy silence their judgments. And let me, your God, show the world that when I favor someone, no weapon, no word, no whisper, no warfare, can prosper. They talked all night about you. Now heaven talks all day about you. You are celebrated in realms they can't even comprehend. Walk with your head high. Speak with confidence. Love without fear. Because the one who heard the whole conversation is the one writing your next chapter. And child, it's beautiful beyond words. They talked all night about you, and the things they said made one woman cry, one man tremble, and another fall completely silent. Because the truth of who you are, what you carry, what you've endured, what you've survived, shook something in them that no one had expected. Your name was brought up not by accident, but because heaven is moving. There is something shifting in the realm of the Spirit, and your life is at the center of that divine conversation. God says your name is not being whispered in shame anymore, it's being proclaimed in reverence. The same voices that used to mock you are now watching in silence because something about your life is demanding a divine explanation. And that explanation is this: you are chosen. Heaven has held long meetings about you. They talked about your purpose. They reviewed your tears, your prayers, your confusion, your heartbreak. And they decided that it was time. Time to reveal the truth. Time to open doors that had been sealed shut. Time to clear your name where it had been stained. Time to bring restoration where loss had devoured. Time to give you justice for everything that was taken, ignored, buried, or dismissed. You were never meant to go unnoticed. You were never meant to suffer in silence. Every wound was documented. Every betrayal was witnessed. God is not unaware. He was never blind to your cries in the dark, nor deaf to your breaking voice when no one else was listening. This is your moment. And the shaking you feel? That is the ground breaking open beneath your feet to make way for something brand new. Archangel Michael stands beside you now, not in stillness but in action. His sword is drawn. His eyes are on those who plotted against you. There were conversations not just in heaven, but among people on earth who tried to pull you down. But what they didn't understand is that you're not standing on your own. You are being upheld by something far greater than human strength. The hands of God are under you. His power is around you. His breath is in your lungs. That's why you're still standing. That's why you didn't collapse under the weight of what was done to you. God says there is a woman who heard your name and began to weep. Not because of what you did, but because of what was done to you. She cried because she saw the injustice. She felt the burden you carry and it broke something inside her. And there is a man, silent now, because he didn't know the truth. He only knew the surface. But now he's seen the depth. And he knows. He knows there's more to your story. He knows you didn't deserve the pain. He knows something divine is at work in you. God has revealed just enough to shake his soul awake. This is not just a moment of clarity, it's a moment of divine reversal. The words spoken against you are being revoked. The lies are being erased. The curses are being broken. What was sent to destroy you is returning to its sender. The traps they set are crumbling. The manipulation is falling apart. Their meetings in secret places are being interrupted by divine interference. Angels are walking into rooms where your name is being discussed and silencing the mouths of those who speak against you. God says your name is safe now. Heaven has sealed it. And no plan, no spell, no scheme can override the power of His decision to favor you. You've endured enough. You've paid the price. And now it's time for restoration. Restoration of everything you lost. Restoration of peace, of dignity, of relationships, of stability, of joy. God is not going to simply patch the pieces together. He is creating something new. A new chapter. A new path. A new you. The pain you went through was not to destroy you, it was to prepare you. To make your spirit unshakable. To train you to recognize truth. To strengthen you for the blessing that would crush anyone who hadn't walked through the fire. You are safe now. Not just physically, but spiritually. The attacks are ending. The cycles are breaking. The trauma is losing its grip. You are stepping into a season where the things that once triggered you will no longer control you. You are being healed from the inside out. God says you will laugh again, not the forced kind, not the kind you put on for the world while you're dying inside, but real, deep, soul-liberating joy. The kind of joy that comes from knowing you made it. From knowing you survived everything that was meant to destroy you and now you're standing, alive and chosen. The people who talked about you, some did it to harm you, and some did it because they couldn't believe the strength you carried. But now, they all know. They know something has shifted. They know you're not ordinary. They may not admit it to your face, but behind closed doors they are saying, something's happening in their life. I don't understand it, but I can't ignore it. That's the presence of God resting on you. That's the glow that no one can fake, the aura that no one can purchase, the grace that only comes from walking with God. God says your enemies are being exposed, not for you to gloat, but for you to be free. The mask is falling off. The real motives are being revealed. You don't have to fight them. You don't have to defend yourself. The truth is louder than every lie. And heaven has already ruled in your favor. That's why it's going to feel like people are suddenly treating you differently. Because they can't deny what's been declared about you in the Spirit. Even those who tried to hurt you are sensing that their plans are failing, and they can't understand why. It's because God blocked it. Over and over again, He blocked it. He blocked the depression that was supposed to swallow you. He blocked the failure that was supposed to define you. He blocked the betrayal that was supposed to destroy your heart. He blocked the poverty that was meant to break your back. He blocked the shame that was designed to shut your mouth. He blocked every single weapon formed against you. That's why you're still here. That's why you're reading this now. You are not reading by accident. This is divine timing. You are in the middle of a supernatural shift, and God wanted you to know, you made it. You may not feel victorious yet. But victory is not always loud. Sometimes it's silent resilience. Sometimes it's continuing to breathe when you want to give up. Sometimes it's whispering, "God, I trust you," even when everything around you looks like it's falling apart. God saw those moments. And now, the reward is coming. The blessing is not just going to be physical, it's going to be spiritual. You're about to feel free again. You're about to sleep peacefully. You're about to walk with your head high and your soul calm. The internal war is ending. You will no longer be defined by your pain. You will be defined by your peace. You will be known not for what you endured but for what you overcame. Your testimony is being written in real time. And God says many will be saved just by watching your life. That's why you couldn't quit. That's why you couldn't die in that depression. That's why you couldn't be swallowed by the chaos. Your life has purpose. Your story is sacred. Your existence is divine strategy. Even now, God is lifting burdens from your shoulders. There is a lifting happening. A lightness returning. You may feel like crying, and that's okay. Let it out. Every tear is part of your release. You don't have to carry this anymore. You don't have to fix it all. You just have to surrender. Heaven is handling what you can't. Angels are already moving. Archangel Michael has dispatched legions of protection around you. And you are being led, step by step, into your next season. Do not look back. What's behind you can't define you anymore. The hurt they caused can't haunt you anymore. The people who didn't see your worth are no longer relevant to your story. God is erasing the residue of every false connection, every soul tie that wasn't holy, every agreement you made in pain, every identity you took on to survive. It's all falling off now. You are being redefined by the truth. You are worthy, you are loved, you are whole, and you are chosen. So rest now. Rest in the knowing that God is with you. Rest in the truth that nothing will go wrong. Rest in the certainty that you are safe. And even when fear tries to rise, even when the old wounds try to speak, you will silence them with the voice of trust. God is with me. I will not fear. Say it again. Let it be the anthem of your new life. Say it until every shadow flees. Say it until your own heart believes it again. Because it's true. This is your divine assurance. No more fear. No more shame. No more silent suffering. The season of watching and waiting is over. The time of hiding is ending. The days of uncertainty are fading. God is speaking over your life, and what He says is final. You are safe. You are seen. You are restored. And everything that was once broken is being remade, stronger, brighter, and more beautiful than ever before. If you believe in God, type Amen. Your name was mentioned in a meeting. Not just any meeting. A divine meeting, a heavenly gathering, where angels leaned in close and destinies were discussed. Your name echoed in the courts of heaven, and it did not pass unnoticed. Every word spoken, every thought you've had in silence, every tear you've cried in secret, they were all brought before the throne of the Most High. Heaven has taken interest in you, and there is now a shift happening that cannot be undone. You may not realize it yet, but something profound is unfolding behind the veil. You are at the center of a divine discussion. Everyone talked about your style, your presence, your strength, even the battles you thought made you look weak. They saw you not as the world sees you, not even as you sometimes see yourself, but as you truly are, chosen, radiant, marked with purpose, carrying the fingerprints of God. They said, "This one looks like royalty. This one moves like someone favored. This one holds the signature of the King in their very spirit." They said, "There's something about this one. They look like destiny. They walk like purpose. They shine, even in pain." And yet, here you are. Feeling unsure. Tired. Wondering if you're seen at all. Feeling like maybe your life has been overlooked. But God says to you now, you have never been unseen. From the moment you entered this world, heaven has had its eye on you. Archangel Michael stood by you when you took your first breath. Angels rejoiced even before your voice was heard by the world. Your soul has always been known. And now, it's time for you to know just how much you matter. That divine meeting wasn't about judgment. It wasn't about what you lacked. It was about your rising. It was about what's coming. It was about how the plans of the enemy will not prevail over your life. It was about how every delay, every detour, every heartbreak will serve a greater purpose. The heavens agreed that your time is approaching. The season you've waited for, the one you thought might never come, is arriving. Your name was spoken because God is positioning you. Something major is unfolding and your spirit knows it. That tension you feel? It's not anxiety. It's alignment. This moment is sacred. It's the calm before the divine outpouring. Do not be distracted by what seems like silence. Silence is often the sound of seeds growing underground. And you, beloved, are about to bloom in a way that no one expected. Your pain has not been in vain. Your endurance is about to be rewarded. They talked about how your style reflects strength, not just in how you dress, but in how you carry yourself despite the weight you've carried in silence. They said you look like someone who survived storms, someone who walks with the fire of resilience and the gentleness of grace. God says, "My child, rest assured, nothing will go wrong with you. You are safe. You are surrounded. You are shielded. The plans I have for you are not small. They are not average. They are not fragile. They are mighty, and they are maturing. Even now, there are people thinking about you without knowing why. There are hearts being stirred toward you. Opportunities are being aligned. Resources are being rerouted. Because heaven has approved your name. Not because you earned it, but because I love you. You have walked through more than most know. You have cried tears that soaked your pillow at midnight. You have smiled while you were breaking. You have encouraged others while your own soul felt empty. But nothing has been missed. I saw every time you chose kindness over revenge. I saw every time you prayed instead of retaliating. I saw you show up for others even when you felt depleted. And now I say, it's your turn. It's your time. I am shifting the weight. I am lifting the burden. I am parting the sea. Do not underestimate the power of this moment. There are forces working for you that you cannot see. You are being lifted into a season of favor. That divine meeting, it ended with a decision: intervene now, bless them now, protect them now. Archangel Michael has gone ahead of you. He is clearing pathways, silencing accusers, dismantling traps. You are about to see answers you forgot you prayed for. You are about to walk into what others tried to block. And yes, there were those who tried to block it. There were whispers, there were lies, there were setups, but I turned every trap into training.